play you guys a little song today on this channel. Just gonna bring you up here for a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna play you a little music before we talk about the business and what's going on with Amazon and all those wonderful things. Let's see what I can come up with. Rock on, bro! Woo! I don't like that. Alright guys, that's enough of the fiddling around with the guitar. And put that there. Make sure it doesn't fall. Okay guys, it's been a while since I made any videos for my YouTube channel. Like I said, like I always say all the time, I make a lot of videos. I made a lot of different videos in my past on this channel, but I've been keeping it mainly business, business, and just focusing on generational wealth, things like that. But I wanted to have a little fun on the channel too. I don't want the channel to be too too strict, but I definitely like to talk about it seriously. I mean, if you're gonna get any progress with business, with Amazon, with eBay, with online, or even a shop of some sort, a barber shop. I cut hair as well, but also retail store, or if you own a McDonald's or whatever it is, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, you got to take it seriously. And if you want to make money, you got to do the things that you don't want to do, and do the things that, and if you want the things that people, you really desire, that a lot of people don't have, you're gonna have to do you have to do stuff that people don't normally want to do. Normally our natural inclination as people, we just like to be lazy. We don't like to do anything. As you can see, I got these lazy eyes right now. And sometimes mornings can be really rough, and especially if you live alone, because you feel like holding yourself accountable can be one of the hardest things to do by yourself. Living alone and doing your own thing and not having to answer to anybody can be a beautiful thing, and also a bad thing too, because you have no one to answer to. Like, I don't have any kids. I'm not married right now, so it's like, I kind of can do whatever I want. I don't need to really be that much of an urgency. But if I want the things that I desire, that's definitely one of the things I always talk about on here, is the having a successful Amazon business, being successful in e-commerce, because I know the potential here, and it's all about making the right decisions, testing, and that's a great thing that my buddy Jim Cockham said on his podcast, the Silent Sales Machine Radio, I think it's called. Talked about testing with Amazon, and how on testing with online and e-commerce, and how you don't have to spend a lot of money to get going. Looks like I ran out of time. I'm going to continue this in just a second. Okay, awesome. Now we got about an hour to record, but I don't need that much time here. I'm going to cut it short and sweet here. So yeah, the great thing about online e-commerce is that you can test it, and you can see if it's going to work, and it's not going to cost you your life savings. It's not going to cost you your whole life. It's not going to cost you to spend a lot of time away from the family. The great thing about e-commerce is that you can do a lot of things, and especially if you're single, you have so much time, you have so much freedom that it brings, that you kind of almost have too much time on your hands, especially if you're single. You know, if you don't have no family, if you don't have, I guess so much of an urgency or priority for certain people or certain things, and which is a good thing. I mean, you have time, you have freedom to do just about anything you want to do. But that's actually where I find myself in my life, and I feel like, man, I have a lot of time on my hands, and and the thing about e-commerce thing, that's one of the things I want to mention is that it can be a lonely, excuse me, it can be a lonely it could be a lonely journey. It could be a lonely journey where you're finding yourself just on the computer, and you're just looking and searching and messaging wholesale companies, trying to get a wholesale account, emailing, maybe a phone call or two with Amazon seller support, with the different companies. But for the most part, it's pretty, not a lot going on. When it comes to working online, I mean, I'm just looking at my computer or my phone, and I try to put on some music, and drink an energy drink or something, just to keep myself going, because it can be very hard and be just very distracting when you're just on the computer and you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, there's all the things that are going on, and you can get really easily distracted. And I think what I'm talking about right now is something that a lot of us encounter, especially if we're starting, if you're intermediate. You find yourself like, it's especially if it's not your main thing right now, and you do something else like I do. I cut hair full time. So it's like I don't completely rely on Amazon right now. It is still growing. It's still in its infant stage. I'm definitely right now. What I'm doing is actually narrowing it down on products that I can have, that I can replenish, on replenishable products. You've already heard of that term before, replenishables. Items that you can continue to replenish or to sell again over and over again, and see, you can see the business being consistent, and you can actually rely on it to be an income that it can actually pay some of your bills, and you can eat some of that fruit of your labor. So, but in the beginning, it's going to be a lot of testing, and you want to invest, and you want to test and figure out what works, what doesn't work, what products you like to sell, what products you don't like to sell, using the different softwares that are out there. I really don't pay for a lot of extra software. What I'm using is actually Helium 10 for Amazon, and that really gives me pretty much all the information that I need to really make a decision. It shows me all of the the details of this, how many sellers are on it, how many Amazon, how many regular sellers on it. It really organizes for you. And a lot of people use Keepa, and I believe they do charge. Helium 10 is actually free to a certain level. I believe there is probably more information I can get to help me make better decisions. But from what I see, and from my knowledge or my experience, I can really pretty much tell right away whether or not it's going to be a good seller or not. But there is a lot of things to consider. That's for sure. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey. In Chicago over here, we have a lot of Mexican products, a lot of things, a lot of Mexican products and wholesalers that I've been using, that I've been taking advantage of. I also still do thrifting. I do still not so much. Yeah, thrifting. I do go to there's only one Goodwill that I go to, and it's literally like right down the street, which I'm probably gonna go visit in a moment. Take off and go visit this place, and see what I can find, and go drop off some items at the UPS and FedEx, and get those things out of there and send them in. I also been doing a lot of different listings. I've been buying some spices, some teas, and things like that are not on Amazon, that have their own barcode, and it's kind of like my own private label. And I'm actually just putting them on there. It doesn't take nothing but a few minutes really, and put it up there. And I put a campaign on it, an advertising campaign with Amazon, and actually recently just sold an item of some cinnamon sticks, basically some Mexican cinnamon sticks that are for tea that you drink. You boil them and you make some tea out of it. So I've been doing that, and I recently sold one 2-pack. So I've been making it making it a little special. So I'll bundle it with 2. And yeah, it's got its own brand name already. I really don't need to do nothing to it. Just take some pictures, and the pictures aren't even that high quality, and it's already sold. I mean, I can show you the item, but it's probably gonna be kind of hard, and I don't want to take too long here. But yeah, it's really, really simple. I mean, I can show you this right here. This is one of the spices right here. This is actually the brand. This is called Yerba Buena right there. And that's the brand. It's called C Senor. It's actually from it's the Wholesale distributor. It's their brand, and I just bought it, and I just bought the whole strip of stuff that they have there. I believe. Yeah, I believe because they have two separate parts to their warehouse. They actually have like a mini store, and they also have a warehouse itself. Prices, I guess, separation, but for the most part, I mean, yeah, I mean, if anything, yeah, it's pretty much dirt cheap. I mean, $1.35 a pack is all I'm paying for one of those little packs of teas, and I'll bundle them up together. That comes out to about snow just melting over here. Yeah, I'll bundle that up. Can't even speak. Embarrassing myself over here. I'll bundle that up and make it special. Add a 2-pack. Put in. I like to put my listings in bold letters and make sure it works and it's appealing to the person who is looking at the item. But I'm gonna end this because my camera's getting hot, I guess. But that being said, guys, continue on your journey. This is my journey so far. I have been seeing profit, but I definitely would need to see a lot more. And I definitely encountered some issues with different companies, and I even met with some companies, and they actually don't even in person, and they didn't even want to sell me their items on wholesale because I'm selling them on Amazon. For whatever reason, they just don't want to deal with wholesalers or whatever. Be careful for IP complaints, intellectual property, or people or companies that don't want you to sell a product. They may tell you to take it down. When they do that, just stay away from them. You don't want no problems. Just there's plenty of products out there that you can list yourself and find that it's already on Amazon and you can be profitable. So this is encouraging to me to talk and to share this and say continue, guys. God bless you. Until next time, please like and subscribe. I'll be talking about a lot of different things and try to bring some fun into the channel too. But keep it vlogish and but also very serious at the same time. So thank you. Like and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Please continue watching. It gives me fuel, and I hope it gives you fuel at the same time. Thank you, and God bless.